this is Jennifer, and today we are going to be working on the lower half of our body to be able to build strength within our core as well as our glutes and our quadriceps. And today's practice, we are going to need blocks. If you do not have blocks, a good substitute might be a stack of books and or maybe some canned goods to help bring the earth up to you in some of the poses. So if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and pause this video if you so need to go ahead and get your equipment, and then when you're ready, join me on the mat. If you have your equipment, we'll go ahead and begin to get started. We're going to start in a standing position. Feet are about hip width apart, and we're going to inhale, rise the arms all the way up towards the sky, lengthening nice and long. Roll the shoulders back away from your ears. Soft with your toes, soft with your feet, maybe moving forward and back, side to side. Exhale, rotate the palms away and down towards your hips. Rotate the palms up towards the sky or up towards the side. And then inhale, lift the arms all the way up, paying attention to your biceps and your triceps. Lengthen the fingertips up towards the sky. Soft with the tailbone, soft with your knees. Rotate the palms out and exhale, lower. Again, paying attention to your deltoids, your shoulders, your biceps, your triceps. We're going to do one more. Rotate the palms out and inhale, rise the arms all the way up. Rotate the palms out and exhale, lower. Today's practice is going to be quite active, so you may glisten while you practice. And we're going to just have a lot of fun. So if you become wobbly, or if it's not coming to you right away, no worries. It does not matter. We're just here to have fun, okay? So we're going to begin to hinge at the hips, allow for those hips to go back, and we're going to rest the belly on top of the thighs. Fingers are going to come down towards the floor, so we're coming into a forward fold. Feet are about hip width apart, and we're going to lift the arches, which then turns the outside of the feet down towards the floor. Soft with the shoulders, rolling them away from the ears. Lift the toes and begin to pull the mat apart with your feet. That activates the inner thighs. On the next inhale, lift the hips up towards the sky, lengthening the back of the legs. You're probably really feeling it. And exhale, soften. Begin to walk the hands on the outside of the right foot as you lengthen the left leg, bend the right. Feel that right hip sink down as the left hip goes up towards the sky. Walking the hands back to the neutral position, we're going to lengthen the right leg, bending the left, so that left hip sinks down towards the floor. Right hip up and back. Slowly begin to come back to that neutral position. Walking the hands forward as the heels go back, coming into a high plank position. Activating the belly button. Shoulders are over the palms. Rotating in so you're feeling the pressure more on your thumbs and on your pointer finger, and then rotate onto the outside blades of your hands, so more on the pinky and the outer portion of your hands, and just kind of feel the difference within the palms. The heels go back, activating the belly button, and release the knees down towards the floor. Palms under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And begin to allow for yourself to do 3 cat-cows. Inhale, round into your cow. Belly button down towards the floor, hips up towards the sky. Lift the collarbone, chin up. Exhale, round. Push the floor away, opening up the shoulder blades. Chin to chest, tailbone points down. Inhale, cat or cow. Exhale, round into your cat. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, cat. find your neutral position. So your palms are under your shoulders, knees are under the hips. You're going to extend that right leg all the way back, lengthening it nice and long. You can even flex the toes if you so choose. And then extend that left arm all the way out in front. We're going to do 10 elbow to knee. Activating the belly button towards the spine, really nice firm glutes. Exhale, round and extend. Round, belly button in, extend. There's 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Release the palm and the knee to the floor. Sway the hips and the shoulders side to side as we begin to move on to the opposite side. Extend that right arm nice and long. Left leg nice and long. We're going to be doing 10 elbow to knee. And begin. Elbow, knee, extend. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lengthen nice and long. Palm to the floor, knee to the floor. Begin to allow for those knees to come apart so they're coming out to the outsides of your mat, and then lower your hips towards your heels. Child's pose. Allow for the forehead to come down towards the floor. Shimmy the hips side to side. Taking a nice deep breath in. Exhale out. And on the inhale, rise onto all fours. We have the next round come up. Aren't you so excited? Okay, so this next round we're going to do fire hydrant with an add-on. So 5 regular fire hydrant with an add-on. Okay, so inhale, lift that right knee up. Exhale, lower. Try to keep the arm straight. Inhale up. There's 2 and lower. 3, 4, and 5. This next one we're going to add on. Up and extend, in and down. 6, extend, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring the knees down, switch side to side. Opposite side. Inhale, lift the left knee. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. There's 2 and 3, 4, and 5. And we're going to begin the extension. Up and extend, back and lower. There's 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. And 10. Bring it down. Big toes together, knees apart. Exhale, lower. Take a breath. Allow for the forehead to come to the floor. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale out. Coming back onto all fours. Knees under the hips, palms under the shoulders. We're going to add a little bit on. Okay, so if you get lost in this one, no big deal. Just pick up and begin again. All right, so we're going to extend the right leg nice and long. We're going to bring the knee into the chest, round the knee over towards the right armpit, and then big circle, guiding the knee back into chest, and extend back and up. So there's 1. So knee in, over to armpit, big circle, back into chest, and extend out. There's 2. We got 8 more. In, round, 3, round, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Release the knee down towards the floor. Shimmy those hips side to side. We got the other side. Okay, extend that left leg nice and long. Feel the length. Feel all the work that you've done thus far. And then guide the knee into the chest, over towards the armpit, round, big, big, big. Come back into the chest and extend. 1. In, around, chest, and back. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Yay! Bring those big toes together. Knees apart. Exhale, lower. Relax the forehead to the floor. Take a breath. And we're going to begin to come all the way back up. I'm sure you're starting to feel this, which is really awesome. And we're just going to go ahead and bring that right leg up. So the knee is bent. You're going to flex the toes. Try not to lift the hip. We're just going to have a nice solid base, and we're just going to pulse the foot up towards the ceiling 10 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and lower. Opposite side. Extending the back leg, flexing those toes. Lift the clavicle up towards the sky and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring the knee down. Curl those toes under. Bring the hips towards the heels. Walking the hands towards the knees and roll up. Maybe let those feet come off to the side, coming into a squat position. If in the event that you're still on your heels like this, because this can be a very deep position, that's a-okay. You'll gradually work into it. There is no right, there is no wrong. You just meet your body where you're at. That's the beauty of yoga. Because the only thing that you're in competition with is yourself, and there's no competition to be had because you're just working towards that beautiful simplicity. Okay, elbows coming in. Allow the hands to come to the heart and just let that tailbone go down towards the floor. Maybe you just allow for yourself to shimmy side to side. Palms come down and gradually lift those hips up towards the ceiling, coming into your forward fold. Slowly begin to walk the hands up the legs. Roll the shoulders back, coming into a standing position. Inhale, rise the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands down to the center of your chest. Okay, so we're going to do some different squat positions, okay? And we're going to start with a series of 3 in the sense where this is going to be the first one, then we'll do a second set, and we'll do a third set. And each set we'll be doing 10. Okay, so the first one we're going to have it about hip width apart. Toes are in alignment with the heels. And you can put your hands on your hips to begin. And you're going to place your weight in your heels as you shift your weight back. And allow for your knees and your heels to kind of be in alignment. Definitely not, your knees are not over your toes. Once you get a little bit lower, you lift the tailbone up now, or lift the clavicle up and tuck the tailbone. Now bring those arms out in front. And now you're going to shift all the way up as the hands go back behind as your hips come forward. So there's 1. Come down and lower. 2, lower and stand. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let it all come out. Sway side to side. Now come into your chair, Utkatasana. Shifting your weight back. Tuck the tailbone or lengthen it down. Lift those toes. Roll the shoulders away. Elbows come down towards the floor. Palms up. Lift that clavicle up towards the sky. Pull them out apart with your feet. We're going to hold it for 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. There's 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. 5. Come to a standing position. Woo! I bet you're feeling it in those quadriceps. Shake it out. Okay, legs a little bit wider. Toes off to the side. Okay, so similar to the very first one, except for we're gonna have a wider base. Okay, so arms come all the way forward this time. Shift those hips back, and then we're gonna come up to standing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, shift it out. Coming back into a different form of Utkatasana chair. Feet are about hip width apart. This time, we're gonna come to that chair, so shift those hips back. Let the arms come forward, rotate the elbows down, palms up, thumbs out to the side. Tuck your tailbone. Lift that clavicle. Pull them out apart with your feet. Now shift your weight over to your right foot. Extend the left heel forward. It's just hovering on the floor. Pulse for 3. 1, 2, 3. Bring it back. Don't come up. Just shift side to side. And place the weight in the left foot. Extend that right foot out. Hover it off the ground. Pulse for 3. 1, 2, 3. Bring it back in. Shift side to side. Activating that belly button the whole time. Hands come down towards the floor. Hands come back. Coming into more of a skier. Now lift the heels coming onto those tippy toes. Activate your belly button. Lift the palms all the way forward. And then rise up on those tippy toes while your heels are still up. Lengthening nice and long. Exhale, hands to your heart, lower those heels. Okay, shift side to side. Here we go, next one. Are you so happy? I am. Okay, I love fitness. I love yoga. I love life. Okay, so here we are. We have these wonderful toes, and they're pointing in this direction. We're so grateful because they help us balance, right? And they're just so fabulous. Okay, so the knees are gonna come out to the side, and they're gonna be in alignment, the same alignment as the toes. Now you're gonna bring those hips back, so you're coming in kind of like a sumo squat or a goddess pose, if you will. And you're gonna go ahead and start lifting those toes and maybe moving side to side. So you can visualize yourself being like a crab, like combing the beach, right? Isn't that fun? Now begin to shift the hips and the shoulders into alignment. The tailbone goes down to the floor so you have a nice straight spine. Hands can be at the center. You can have your fingertips together. Knees are going off to the side. Now we're just going to pulse for 10. So up and lower. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10, and hold. Bring those arms out forward. And then all the way up, standing up nice and tall. Shifting those toes forward, heels out towards the side, hands come to your heart. Wide-legged forward fold. Allow for yourself just to flex forward. Shifting from side to side, bending one knee, lengthening the other. Feel the release in that lower back and in those hips. And then slowly begin to walk your hands to the front of the mat, framing that front foot step, the back foot forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And slowly begin to come all the way up to tall mountain. Hands come to your heart. We're going to enjoy some stretch with some high runner's lunge, as well as forwards or half splits. So take a nice deep breath in, arms all the way up. Exhale, fold. Step the left foot back. If you have your blocks and you would like to use them, this would be the time. I love blocks. They lift the earth up to you. You can have them on many different layers. There's this, there's the tall. Okay, I like tall because it helps keep the spine nice and long. Now I'm going to release that back knee down towards the floor, and we're going to feel that right knee really expand forward. Now take those blocks, walking them back towards that left knee, that back knee, lengthening the front leg. Now flex the toes up towards the sky. And point, and flex. Point, and flex. Shifting the left foot over towards, or left shoulder over towards the right, and the right shoulder over towards the left. You're going to begin to feel your hips move. So the right shoulder goes over towards the left aspect, or the left shoulder over towards the right, and the hips go over towards the left. Now the right shoulder is going to go over towards the left, and hips are going to go towards the right. Begin to walk the blocks to frame that front foot. Lift the back knee. Activate the belly button. Have a nice space with two different lines with your feet. And then inhale, rise to crescent warrior. Release the hands down towards the blocks or your modified equipment. And step the back foot forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way to tall mountain. Exhale, hands to your heart, following all the way to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, find your blocks and step the right foot back. Release the back knee down towards the floor and feel the left hip this time come forward. Relax the shoulders. Slowly begin to walk the blocks back towards the right knee, half split. And begin to flex the toe and point. Flex and point. Flex and point. This last one, we're going to keep it flexed, and we're going to bring that right shoulder over towards the left as the hips go over towards the right. And left shoulder to the right, hips to the left. Opposite direction. And walk the blocks forward, framing that front foot. Lift the back knee and step the back foot forward. Remove the blocks out of the way. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, coming into Uttanasana, chair pose. Inhale, bring the hips back, rising arms up. Hands come to your heart. Okay, this is a little bit of a bugger, but it's a lot of fun. So you're going to place your weight into your right foot, right? So you're shifting that weight over, so much so that you can lift that left foot. Now you're going to extend it off to the side and bring it back. So there's 1, 2, 3, activate your belly button, 4, 5, sink a little deeper, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh, don't come up, just shift side to side. I know, I can feel it too. Okay, shift the weight into that left foot, extending the right foot nice and long. Send those hips back, hands at your heart. Activate the belly button and bring the foot in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Stay low, stay low, stay low. Hands come down, shifting the weight forward, and then bring those hands all the way forward and back and forward. Activate your belly button, pull them out apart with your feet, and back. Coming all the way up to a standing position. Inhale, lift. Hands to your heart. Shift those hips side to side. Okay. We're going to work on a little bit on balance. So, with that being said, we're going to place the weight in the left foot. All right? So, I'm going to have my left foot nice and balanced. And I'm going to extend that right foot back. My hips are pointing forward. You can visualize that you are a Goonie. If you like the Goonies, I'm kind of a Goonie. And you have those flashlights pushing forward, and you're on some kind of really awesome adventure. And then we're going to hinge at our hips coming into a half warrior three. So the crown of our head and our foot are at a diagonal, right? Now, we're going to go ahead and just rotate the hip up towards the sky and lower. We're going to do one more. Rotate up and rotate down. If you get wobbly, no big deal. It's totally natural. Activate that belly button. Now flex the toes. Rotate the toes up towards the sky. Heel goes back. And we're going to pulse for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring the knee all the way in. Hands clasp the shin, roll the shoulders back, align the hips and the shoulders, activate the belly button, flex the toes, lift the heart up towards the sky, rotate the ankle to the right and to the left, release the foot down towards the floor, shimmy side to side. Okay, opposite side, left side, placing the weight in that right foot. Okay, left foot back. And begin to shift forward. Flexing the toes if you so choose, or you can point them. Activating the belly button. Now we're going to rotate that hip open. You're going to notice the difference between the right and the left side. What are you most balanced on? Find a point to focus on the floor. Now that your hips are nice and stable with your flashlights on your adventure, you're going to begin to flex the toes. Rotate the toes up towards the sky as the heel goes down towards the floor. Realigning the spine, tuck the tailbone, activate that belly button, and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bend the knee, bring it into chest. Clasping the shin below the knee with your hands. Aligning your shoulders, your hips. If your heel, maybe hopping. And lift that clavicle, lift the heart. Relax the shoulders next to your rib cage. Rotate the ankles to the right and to the left. Release the foot down towards the floor, shimmy from side to side. Okay. Here we go. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your hips towards your heels, coming up onto those tippy toes. And allow for yourself to come all the way down to your tush. Begin to lift your heart up. The pectorals go close towards your knees, balancing on your tush. Your palms are going to come to the back of the thighs. Then begin to allow for the shins to be parallel with the ceiling, still lifting the heart up towards the sky. And you're just going to tap the floor 10 times. So tap with one foot, activate the belly button, the other foot. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you can release the hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bring those knees in. Releasing the hands down towards the floor. And slowly begin to come onto your side. So we're going to do some Pilates, if you will. Allow for the hand to come down towards the neck to support as we work on those inner thighs and really release some of this lower back. So we're going to start with the clam. That means that the feet are going to stay together and we're going to open the knee. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to keep the knees together and lift the top foot. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to extend the top leg up. And we're going to make 10 big circles in one direction and then the opposite direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yay. Okay, place the weight into that top palm as you push yourself up, and we're going to flip to the opposite side. Laying down, positioning ourselves for clam on the opposite side. So, ankles together, knees together, palm on the inside, and inhale, lift and lower. There's 2, 3, 4, activate the belly button, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, bring the knees down. We're going to lift the top foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, activate the belly button, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now extend the leg nice and long. Big circles to the right and to the left. So we're going to start with the first one for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Go ahead and roll over onto your back. And bring those knees into your chest, rolling side to side, lengthening the tailbone, maybe doing a couple of circles to the right and to the left. And we're going to do a bridge. So allow for those soles of the feet to come to the floor. You can just skim the back of your heel with your fingers and then place your palms of your hands on the floor and then inhale, lift the hips up towards the sky. And lower. Inhale, extend up as you push into the floor with those heels, and lower on the exhale. Last one. Inhale, push through those heels, lift the hips, and lower. Lengthen the legs nice and long. Take a couple of breaths, release the arms up to the side. Relaxing the toes, the knees, the hips, the shoulders, the tongue and the jaw, the skin between your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale out. Slowly begin to allow for yourself to crisscross those ankles and roll up into a seated position. Thank you so much for joining me in today's practice. Please let me know if you have any comments, questions, or requests, and I wish you the most delightful day. From my heart to yours. Namaste.